Hi guys, welcome everybody to RGB Link webinar. My name is Levi, stay host, and thank you for all your connection. I hope it can offer you a little different. With others webinar you might have joined. Now I will introduce the webinar rules. And as the presentation shows, it is the webinar rules. Please put your question in the question and answer section or message box. If a question is unable to be answered during this section, an RGB Link team member will respond directly via email. We really hope this is interactive and engaging as possible as we wish. So in question and answer section, if you have any questions or suggestions on them, we can unmute your microphone. You are welcome to talk or discuss with us online. Today, Mr. Eric will share the idea about 4K application. Now I will turn my video off and give the microphone to Mr. Eric. And take it away, Eric.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric. Today, we will talk about 4K application. And today, we have two topics in here in the webinars. The first one, we will talk about 4K applications requirements, and the other RGB Link 4K solution for use. About the solution, we will have a live demo to show the different applications. Now, let's use 5W to discover 4K contents requirement and use how to know RGB Link solution for 4K contents delivery. You may have asked, what is 5W? Just follow me, I will explain for you. 5W means when, where, who, what, and what. Let's find the answer and find the requirements together. The first one, what is video processing for scale at 4K applications? To talk about 4K contents, we have one question. Let me ask my colleague, Levi. Hi, Levi.
Yes.
Do you have any idea on 4K content?
Yeah, I heard it before. 4K has two standard resolution, right?
Yes. Now I will explain the two different resolutions here. In here, there are two different resolutions, but anyone know why it's with two different resolutions? Because the first one, UHD, is applied on commercial and the TV industries. They need to meet our viewing range, and the viewing range value is 16 to 9 ratio. And the second is DCI. It's made by digital cinemas and offer a 70 to 9 ratio to make sure everyone left speech on the cinemas. No matter where you speak, you can see the whole display. And the resolution for the second, the DCI resolution is made by Disney, Fox, Sony, Warner Brothers, and so on, the famous cinema companies. In 4K content, the image quality also is very, very important for us. Now I will show you the other word, YUV. I think everyone have heard this word, YUV. And what is YUV? In here, Y means the illumination. UV means the chroma. Via to combine the Y and UV in different layout, the image quality will be different. For example, YUV 444 We've heard this for many times. YV444 means each pieces on the LED is with Y and each pieces with UV. And YUV444 is the highest, the better image quality. For example, in YUV411, it means each pieces with Y with the illumination, and each pieces and each UV will appear each 3 pieces. So if the values become less or be reduced, the image quality on your LED display will be reduced. Let me show you in the pictures.
Mi spiace.
Now, for now, let's check the red circles. For YUV, it's very clear. YUV44 is very clear and rich colors. But for the YUV420, the green areas will become the gray. And for the 2K resolution, it will become, because the size is too small, so it's very hard for us to check the details. We have many customers bought other device that can support 4K contents in and 4K contents out. But after testing those devices, their image quality, output image quality, very, very bad, because they can only support YUV422. Even it just supports 420. So in here, I'd like to remind you, if you need a higher image quality on your LED display or on your LCD display, your device could support YUV444 on each output, not just one output. So the color range in 4K content also becomes very, very important. For example, on the left, this is a color space, and on the right picture is a color gamut. I believe everyone have saw these pictures on some cell phones conference. So what is their meaning? They want to show the color range of our human vision. In previous, 2K contents can only support BT 708, 708, sorry. 4K contents can support up to BT 2020. The BT 2020 almost full cover
Non so di che cazzo parli.
color space of full cover
Avevo un link.
color gamut.
Ma è quello che mi è arrivato quando mi sono registrato.
2020 is there make you to think about the other word. The word is the hot word is HDR. Has everyone have heard the HDR technology before?
Qua.
Hi, Levi. Yes. I remember one of your customers have asked about the HDR technology before. Remember?
Voglio morire.
About the HDR, professional word.
Yes. So now I will explain the HDR again. Here is the HDR effector with and without HDR. The left with HDR, we call it SDR. The right is with HDR. HDR will reduce the illumination and revise the contrast on brightness part. But on the dark part, it will increase the illumination and revise the contrast to show the detail for more clear to our vision. For example, on the left picture is without HDR, and you can check the stone. The stones will overexposure, means it with more brightness than normal. But with HDR on the right picture, it will show more clear on the stone. So if it is still hard for you to understand the HDR technology, you can take your cell phone, open your cell phone, and open your camera. And your cameras with HDR and without HDR features on them, you can take the picture to compare the difference. Because most of the cell phones with HDR in it. The next one, where is the video processing for scale at the 4K application? Where is the 4K application will appear? For the answer, let's have a brief history of 4K content delivery. The first one, in 2012 London Olympic, it's the first time to make 4K content. And I know they use the camera supported by Sony, but on delivery part, it still transmits in 2K content. After 2 years, on 2014 World Cup, they have used the 4K content to transmit to audience, especially on the World Cup final. It's the first time 4K content have been transmitted in 4K signals have been transmitted in 4K, not be separated into 2K. And this year, Tokyo Olympics have developed 4K content into 8K content, and because of the COVID-19, so the Tokyo Olympic have delayed to next year 2021. But until now, 8K cables still in testing. So how to transmit the 8K content to audience? Don't worry, follow me. I will show you how it works. This is the picture to explain how to realize 8K content to show on the display. 8K content have been separated into 4 4K contents and transmit via 4 4K interface, and use one device or one machine to make the spacing and show on the 8K display. You can check the left camera is making 8K content, but when in the output, the 8K content have been separated into 4 4K, like in 4 12G SDI. And the AMD Render Pro graphics card 8K content have been separated into 4 BP 1.2 output. Who is the video processor for scale at 4K applications? Who will need 4K application? I believe it's very easy to answer. In here, we make a summary. It's a 3 industries. These 3 industries need 4K applications. The first one, broadcaster. Broadcaster is the leader of the content maker. They make 2K content, 4K content, 8K content. Both of them just want to show to audience. So they will be the first one to use 4K applications. The second, telecom. In telecom, there is a hot word, 5G. Why is 5G and not 4G? Because 4K content capacity very, very large. 4G technology cannot transmit the 4K content in time. Only 5G can transmit the 4K content in time and show it on the display. Because 5G technology can support up to 1.25 GB each second. The last one, internet. As we know, internet with a large user quantities, but why it develops so slowly than others? Because most of them have used NAND cables and not fibers. So in internet, it needs much time and much cost to replace the NAND into the fiber. That is why the internet have developed the 4K content slower than others. Let's check one of our projects. This is one of our successful cases. In this case, customer use 5G to transmit the 4K contents and show them on the 8K display. And this case is in CCTV. It's our honor that RGB Link products can be applied on CCTV. For just now, we are talking about 4K content in commercial, in broadcaster industries. But when will 4K application will enter to our life? Let's check 4 pictures in here. For now, we also have a 4K display, like the 4K LED, 4K LCD, 4K projector, 4K monitors that have entered to our life so that we can check the 4K content now, not check the 4K content via a 2K display. So the 4K display is very, very important for the 4K content. Now we'll talk about the last one. Why is the video processing for scale at 4K applications? Why we need 4K applications? Let's check 2 pictures. In this page, let me ask my colleague Levi one question.
Yes.
Which picture will you select on them?
I must select the last one. It's more clear and you can see more details in the last one.
Yes. I believe everyone will choose the last one because it looks more better and offer us more richer color to our vision. Now let's check the second page. In the same size LCD or LCD display, the pieces will increase into a 4K. So when you check the details, it will show more clear and more smooth on the details. Just now we will talk about the 4K applications and fine layout requirements. Now let's make a summary for 4K applications. In here we have four sentences here. The first one, 4K applications need a more higher resolution up to 4K. The second one, 4K content needs more higher image quality. So your picture should up to BT 2020. And for the third one, higher transmission speed. So on your cell phone, we need to use 5G technology to transmit the 4K content. And the last one, it needs a higher processing capacity device to process the 4K content delivery. Just now, we will use 5W to discover the 4K application requirement. And why we need to discover those requirements because humans always drive the vision desires and search the video from the details. Based on those requirements, let me show you how RGB Link can support you in 4K application. Today, we'd like to introduce the D4 for you, because D4 can support the different resolution and the different frame rate. Also, D4 can support up to 12-bit image quality. In D4, it has built-in image management like the color rendition, noise reduction, and so on. You can use those features to output a higher image quality to your display. Based on those technology on D4, so that is why D4 can be applied on many industries. For example, D4 has been applied on broadcaster and TV studio for many years. And in some rental projects, they need a higher image quality, they can use D4. We have the C4 case to show you later. D4, in D4, it can support 4K at 60 Hz in and 4K at 60 Hz out. So if you connect with LED display, one D4 can control up to 17 million pieces. About the number, if the number is very hard for you to remember, just let me change it to the resolution. The resolution is 8K to 2K. So it will be easy for you to remember the pieces. D4 with two independent outputs to show the different contents and connect with different screens. For example, it can connect with LED and connect with LCD on the different outputs. And each of the contents will be shown in different. Now let's check the interface first. Hi, Levi.
Yes.
In here, I got one question. Do you remember what kind of interface can support 4K in and 4K out?
I know the 4K like the HDMI 2.0 and Sharp SDI, Sharp GSDI,
Yeah.
and DP 1.2.
Yes, exactly. So just now, our colleague Levi have answered the question. For now, in the market, only HDMI 2.0, Sharp GSDI, and the DP 1.2 can support 4K content in and out. So in here, D4 have support two smart slots. Each of the smart slots with two 4K input interface. All of them have used module design. What is module design meaning? Module design means you can select different input interface. For example, as we know in broadcaster, they always with cameras to show the content. So you can select two SDI input module with 4 12G SDI or with 4 3G SDI input interface. In here, they have one very important information for you. On the HDMI and on the SDI, each of the inputs supports the loop functions in here. Loop function means the signal can be shared with other devices without any revise or any compress. And now let's check the output. On the output, it also supports it also uses a module design, and it with one optional DP output modules, and the DP output module with two DP 1.2 interface in it. In here, the DP 1.2 output, optional output, is for backup functions. It can show the same contents on the HDMI 2.0. About the backup features is very useful. On the free application, I have some specific case to show you later. In before, we will talk about in different industry, their resolution, their frame rate always be different. Like in cinemas, their frame rate always in 25. And in Korea, the frame rate always in 59.94. But both of them can be realized in D4. Because D4 has supported VISA and SMPTE standard resolutions. And if those standard resolutions cannot meet your requirement, we also have a custom resolution can be used on LED displays. Because as we know, LED displays are always in custom and with different resolution, non-standard resolution. In here, I have a one resolution we hope can show you. It's very important. It's the AK1K at 60 Hz. D4 have a support EDID functions, and for now, D4 have updated into can support AK1K EDID for customers to do pieces to pieces on LED displays. About how to control the D4 mellows, the control mellows on D4, you can see on the front panel, you can use the knob and use the shortcut button to do editing and to control the contents. And on the rear panel, you can also use two ports in here. The first one USB, the second one NAND port. You can use NAND to connect with our RGB link, export software to editing and to preset the content. And lots of two ports also can be used in updating the programs on D4. On front panel, there is a very important button in here. It's HDR. Just now, we have introduced the HDR features before. So now let's review the compared pictures to remember the features. The HDR can offer us a more better vision effect, so it will become more and more popular in futures. For different industries, they always have a different requirements. For example, in fixed projects, their display is always over 4K, so they can use the split model and can meet their requirements. And for the meeting and the conference room, they need to output the multi-layer on the screen. So the 4K or the presentation mode can meet their requirements. Also, if you are in rental project, I believe the switch module, PSP and PGM is familiar to use. So this module can meet your seamless switch requirements. Now let's check the first one, standard. For the standard operation model, we will base on the SIS forecast to introduce the features on D4. Now let's check one of our render project. Jackie Chan's concerts on 2017. In the concerts have been held in the stadium, so they have four the same size 4K LED displays on the middle. And both of them are the same size, and they want to show the same contents or the same camera signals to audience in different areas, like in the western areas, in the eastern areas, and in the north and the south. And in this project or this case, the image quality is very, very important for them. So we offer the default solution for this project. In default, how to realize four outputs to show the same content? You can select the standard operation modules and choose the option DP 1.2 as it was with four outputs will show the same content. Now let me show you how it realizes the application. Default can support four 4K signals input and switch. Both of them can be switched into different contents. And the switch effector is seamless switch. On the main output, the HDMI 2.0 output will show the same content on two outputs. But when you select the operation DP 1.2 output, you can control the other displays directly. Just like the successful case in the render project or in the stadium, like the volleyball games and the basketball games, they always have four the same size LED displays on the middle to show the same content to different areas. And the image quality is very important for them. So we support default because default can support up to 12-bit image quality for them. Now let's use the live demo to show you how the standard works. Please wait a moment. Maybe we'll show you how default to realize the standard, and we'll introduce the default information for you.
Hi guys, I'm Levi. Now I will introduce the standard mode. Before that, I will introduce the interface first, one by one. And in my left side, this is the input, optional inputs, and in the optional input, it can support the DP 1.2 and HDMI 2.0 and 12G SDI. And you can install in this optional module in here, and these two slots is the input. Now this plug in the DP and the two HDMI and with their loop. And in the right side, is in the below is two main outputs and two HDMI 2.0 outputs, and the up2 DP is the backup. It can up these two is backup, and it can show the same image like the main output. These two outputs. And in the output left is the Genlock, and with this loop, this Genlock it will support the multi-device split, and Eric will show it in the presentation later, and it will show it like the two device to the Cynic, and is this feature. And on the outputs, HDMI outputs, right, is two communication ports and USB ports, and the LAN port. It can support USB to the USB-C port connection, and support the LAN and or wireless connect. And in here is the switch, and this is the power port, and this is the all interface.
And excuse me, Larry.
Yes.
So these two outputs is independent output, right?
Yes. And in the same mode, these two outputs will show the same image, but in the other mode, it's two different. It's two independent outputs.
So these two outputs can support two different 4K 60 Hz outputs, right?
Yes, in the dual DVI mode, it can output two different resolution outputs.
And output operation the module is independent or is a copy from the main board.
And this DP board is copy the image from the main output port.
Okay, so for this default, totally I can have two different independent outputs, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I see the display port output has audio output. Is it correct?
This is not correct. And this audio output, you will remove. Already removed in the now device, and the DP will internal the audio in the DP, because the DP is support audio internal.
So the audio has been embedded in the DP and HDMI.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, thank you, Larry. Go ahead.
Okay, now I introduce the standard mode, and to switch to the standard mode. And first is press the menu and turn the knob to select the system. And in the system, you can see the mode, and press the knob to confirm the mode. And it has a lot of modes. Now it's the standard mode, and press knob to confirm and switch to it. And I'm already in the standard mode. If I'm not, you will in the progress, show the progress here, and click here. And the standard mode is support the all function of the quick button. And now I will introduce the feature of the button. And this the menu is to in the menu list, and as I operation before. And this scale is to the scale the size, and this diamond is adjust the parameters, and this freeze is the feature of to do the image, freeze the image, freeze the video to freeze it.
Can you show me?
Yes. Now I plug 4 source and input 4. You can see the source here. Now the input 4 is the video.
Oh, so in the standard mode, the switch is fade out, right?
Yes, and I will show it switch the other source. You can see the switch to other source. With the source, it will fade in and fade out.
So it's similar to switch.
It's same as the switch mode. It can support the fade in and fade out. You will know black. Switch very similar. And to the freeze, now it's a video. It's live, and you can see in the picture. Yes, it's a movie. And I press the freeze now, and you can see. Yes. Now it's the video is stopped, and press it again. If the freeze realize the freeze button, you will become the green. And as you see, this 4 inputs become green. It means you plug the source in. I plug 4 source in the input 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will become the green. And if it become red, it means I select this input. Now it's the input 4. View, I freeze it. I press the freeze again, and you will become alive again. And the second one is the picture-in-picture. In the STEM mode, it can support picture-in-picture. You can press it to open it. And you can see in the video 4K sublayer and 4K background, and this 2K sublayer and the 4K sublayer is all can support. And you can do the scale to move it. Now the position is 0, 0. You can to move it. And press the knob to confirm. You can move like this. A lot of you can change the parameters to the knob as our other device. And this picture-in-picture, if you realize this function, you will become green like the freeze, and press it again. You will close, and very convenient.
So when I select the TIP button, it can show the true 4K contents on the display. You see?
Yes, right.
Okay.
And the third button is the HDR. As the Eric presentation said, this is a very important button of the D4 because it's a spatial function of it. And this is the HDR. If you input, suppose the HDR input, and the output display a lot of code, and you only need to open the D4 output HDR function, and you will realize the HDR feature. And let me show you. Now, input 4 is from the DVD, Samsung DVD with the HDR source, and output, the display, to display all support HDR, but I will open one, and you can see it different. Now I press the HDR and select the output port, and select output port 1 and turn it on. And the upper display is the HDR. I open it and wait a moment to make it. And after I open the HDR function, you can see this the upper display is become. You can see more details, and as Eric presentation how to say it, the professional word, how to say the HDR to
offer more richer color. Show the more deep color in the dark part, and show the more detail.
Yeah.
Reduce the brightness reduce the illumination on the brighter part.
Yeah. And as you said, now the output display is show the HDR. It's more colorful and show more details.
Yeah, more better.
Yeah, and you can see it's more. Now I close it because I will show the effects later. So press it, close it.
So on the HDR features, I can select which output to use the HDR function.
Yes, we have two HDMI 2.0 outputs.
Yeah.
You can select these two, or open the HDR, or open only one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Press the menu to create the HDR feature. Now in the right part, I introduced before is this four is for inputs, and in the standard mode, the switch is fade in and fade out, and you can see in the video, and you are fading and fade out, and after you select one source, you will become red, and right of these four inputs is 4 layers. In the standard mode, it's suppose only 1 layer. I will introduce the presentation mode later, and you will realize the four layers all support, and you will all become green. Now I will show the other feature. This is the effect. This effect feature, like our device, VSP628 Pro. Yes, and it can
the image management.
Yes, and can do a lot of color adjust. And let me show you. I'm press the effect, and you can see in this feature, after you can see so many, so many parameters change. Yes, and like the brightness, you can in the brightness, and after you select, after you change the brightness parameters, you will change, or you can turn the knob to change. Yes, and press knob to confirm, and you can see the output, it will change more bright, and then make it back.
Sorry, Larry?
Yes.
I can see use the number button, right?
Yes. And in here, the brightness you can change through the knob. This is the first measure, and another one is you can change the parameters through the button. And after you in the brightness feature, all button you will become the green, and you can set it through the green button to enter the number like 0, and you will know effect is the normal image. And the contrast here, and also you can change it through the button, make it 0 with black, and you can make it higher. Like this, you become the different, with the normal image. Okay. And this chroma in here, you can change it to the 0, and the color is disappear, and this become the gray. You can see the any color in here. The feature of it. Yeah, change it back. And black or white. You can turn it to change, and this hue, and you can see it become more colorful. Also, you can change it back. And if you do more setting, like do the more setting, you can reset it, turn the knob. In the menu, the last one is reset. You can only turn it, change it to the on, and you can reset it, become normal. And there has other feature like this color temperature. Yeah, like the gamma here. Change gamma here. Sharpness. And change here and change the chutney here. And after you want to change it back, you can reset it, like I said before. Yeah.
So the receipt can do all the parameter will be back to the default what? Default
Yeah.
value?
Yeah. You will after reset, you will back to the default parameters. And then now I change to the number 3. I will do the 180-degree rotation. Let me show you in here. You can see 2 features. It's flip V.
Oh, great.
Yeah, flip V, turn it, flip. You
Flip up and down.
yeah,
And
flip
now
up
on
and
the
down.
vertical,
And
flip H.
yeah,
And the H means horizontal.
yes.
Okay.
And flip horizontal and flip and you will change to make it to the 180 degrees rotation. Yes, continue back. Okay, menu to quit here. And the last button, the red button is take. Take is more useful in the switch mode. In the switch mode, the take, after you press the take, you can output the preview to the output and the switch is, yes, and this is the all function of the standard mode. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for latest introduction. And I believe Levi have introduced the features on standard operation models for you, and hope that this operation model can help you in future. For now, we will talk about the presentation. On presentation model, you can show the 4 4K signal or 4 4K content on a 1 4K LED or LCD display. Now let's back on the project to talk about the features. This is our company's new products conference. In the fabrication, it uses 4K display and with a 4K background, they need to show the 3 sub-layers on the 4K background. The middle will show the PPT or show the video to introduce our new product. The left and the right layers or image will show different cameras signals, or sometimes they will show the same content. So in this case, we can switch 3 sub-layers into different contents. And on the same 4K background, both of the 3 sub-layers will switch effector, also the fade in, fade out without break. So let me show you how to realize the features. I've just now even introduced before, D4 with 2 HDMI 2.0 output. And if you use one port under presentation mode, it can output 4 4K layers on the display. And each of the layer, for example, like the layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, both of them, the size can be changed and change the size that you want. And their position also can be changed. For example, for now, you just need PIP or you just need a picture in picture. So you can close other layers to show the picture in picture. If you just need 2 layers on the background, you can close other layers to show the content. Now, Levi will show you how it works, the presentation mode.
Hi guys, Levi again. Here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm right here. Okay. Now I will show you the presentation mode. In this mode, it can support the 4 layers and 4K layers, and it can do the layout like this. And later I will show you how to edit this layout and do the custom layout and how to save it and load it. And let me show you. And the same as standard mode, press the menu and to the system and then to the mode to change the mode. Okay, and click the menu. And as I say in the standard mode before, if you change to the presentation mode after you change, and you will show the 4 button and the 4 button all red. It means 4 inputs all select, and the 4 layers. And in the 4 layers, it means in this mode use 4 layers, and it can use 4K layers in this mode. And let me show you how to edit it. And same as the standard mode is press the scale.
All right, Larry,
Yes.
can you show me to change the system mode to choose the presentation mode again?
Oh, yes. And press the menu. And system and change mode. In here, you can switch to the presentation mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Okay. And the menu display. Yeah. Okay. And in here, I introduce how to select the source first. Now it's the 2 button is flashing. It's the input 1 and the layer 1. And the rule is layer first, then input input later. Let me show you. Now it's the input 1. I want the input 1. Input 1 is the background. This red background. Select the input 1. Already set. Select here and change it to other source. And choose the source change and double press this button. You will close this layer like I showed before, and press it again. You will show again. Yes, I change like this layer. The left sub layer is the layer 4. I press this layer 4, and same as the layer 1. I double click it. You will disappear, and press it. You will show it again and change it to the input 1. And now it's the background is from our DVD, and this 3 sub layer is the picture. No move. And now I will show you how to edit it. Like
we can save it for the preset 1.
Yes, and show the save it first. Menu, and this menu, and turn the knob. Select the preset, press, and save to. Press, and this present 1. Also you can press the knob to confirm and select it to the present 1. And press it to confirm. It will show you the save finish. And press the knob to quit. And this preset 1. And you can close 2 sub layers. Only show, and I make it the yellow picture is layer 4. I will change it to the layer 4. Change the layer 4 source, same as the layer 2. Layer 2 is input 2. Change it is 2 same, and menu to preset and save it to preset 2 and do others like open all. I need to click here and open the this pink picture. Open it and close the layer 2 and press it to select update flash. It means you already select, and press it again. It will disappear and like the layer 2. Yeah, for this pink picture, I will do some change. This is the layer 3. In here, I can change the size to, yes, and the position to change. And because I changed it to the Full HD, and the background is 4K, 3000 4K. So I changed the position it, make it to come center and save like before. Save to present 3.
I see on the button there just now you just set the preset, and the number 3 is fresh.
Yes, and yeah, as you see, if you select if you already saved and you ready in this preset, this button will flash, and this two green it means you already saved, but you know in their preset, and how to load it. Let me show you. Below the save is loud, and press the loud, and now it's the preset 3. You can load it.
Can you load the preset 1?
Yes, allow the preset 1 and press, and you can, as you see, now the preset 1 is now finished, and after you load, and this flash button you change to 1, number 1, and this has the number below the words. Now,
with the key
yes.
button to loading.
Also, you can press the key to change the loading. Press the 2, preset 2. Now you allow the preset 2. Yes, and allow the preset 3. You will allow the preset 3. Okay, now back to the Eric.
Okay, thank you for this exciting introduction, and hope this operation can help you to use our default. Well, now we will introduce the 3 features on default. It's AK2K. Under this operation, the AK2K spacing features, 2 outputs can use for spacing up to AK2K the content to show on your display. Now let's check one of our successful cases. For this successful case, it's all Futuros presentations on 2018. In this case, customers with multiple 4K signals to connect and with AK2K LED display. Also, the image quality is very, very important for the presentation for NAM. They need to show the things and the PPT video on the middle, and on the left and right, they want to show two different cameras and to show the same things on land. But we have said if you use the split model, one default can be output one content. So how to realize on an AK2K display to show the 3 layers on NAND? Just follow me. I will tell you how to realize, how to solve this problem. For now, let's review. The first device, we need to use one default to realize the spacing on the AK2K display. And you can spacing on the horizontal as the AK2K, and also you can use the spacing function on the vertical for 4K. The second, you need to use other default to do the presentation output for 4K content as a new 4K signals or 4K content. You can connect the first 4K output, one of the outputs, to the second or to the next default input as a new 4K content. The second default we're doing the spacing to show the content on the AK2K display. So this is how we realize customers' requirements in this 4 cases. And both of the default can support 12-bit image quality, and both of them can support YUV444, the highest image quality to our customers. When you use several devices, there are always to show the contents on the LED display. They always have one problem appeared. The problem is the contents were not shown in synchronous. So how to solve the synchronous problem? In few years ago, the broadcaster need to show the camera signals on a quite large LED display. They always appear the synchronous problem. So they invent the gene lock to lock the frames, the output frame, and make all contents can be shown on the large display in synchronous. Now the gene lock function also have been applied on default to make sure if you want to use several default to do a large display, the spacing, the gene lock can solve this problem. And we call it multi-device cascade spacing. So how to realize them? Just follow me. I will show you in pictures. So this is multi-device cascade spacing. First step, you need a scene generation, or you can use our MSP200 Pro. As MSP200 Pro, they have a built-in gene lock function in it. And use the scene generator or MSP200 Pro to connect the gene lock in on the first default. And on the loop, the first one default loop to the next default gene lock in, and also loop again, so that you can connect several default devices. And the gene lock can solve the signals synchronous problem. Now, let's show you the spacing in live demo for more details.
Hi guys. Yes, let's be again. Now I will show you the split mode, same as the presentation mode, and press the menu, turn the knob to find the system, and press the knob to confirm, change to the mode, and split mode, press it. Now I show you one machine split and press it. And first I will show you the vertical 1, 2, 2, and press it. And here you can see the parameters, and this is the 4K vertical split. You will suppose the AK2K as the presentation state. And if you want to do the layout, you need to, as another default, do the presentation mode and two outputs, then plug in the secondary default to do the layout. This is the presentation state. Now I will show you the feature in the split. And after you save, first I and as total change to, because in this screen I know to the AK. Now to the vertical is like this.
So there is two 4K splitting for top and bottom, right? To be a 4K, 4K.
Yes, 4K, 4K. Now it's the,
How can I do the AK2K?
if you want to do the AK2K, you need to add another default, and one default to the left side to top, and
No, I think one default can work AK2K.
It's AK2K, not the AK4K.
the AK2K. Yes, and in the here, parameter to change it as total to 8K and vertical total to 2K. And the first wave is 4K. Set. And because the two screen is up and down, so you will show left.
So the up is the left, the down is the right. To combine them as AK2K.
Yes. And as I said before, is to do AK4K, you need to default. Now you want.
So for this splitting, we just use the three parameter, right?
Yes.
For total, we total, and the first one is automatic splitting. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. And but you know, it's 4K, 2K. Resolution is full. Can I do some custom size?
Yes.
Like H total maybe it's 6,000, and the V total is 2,000, and the first Y maybe it's 3,100.
Yes. You mean the H total to the constant?
6,000.
6,000, and
maybe it's 100 or 1,920.
120. And the first wave.
3100.
100.
Yeah.
Confirm.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first output, the width is 3,100, and the height is 1920, right?
Yes. In
Okay.
the first has the same Then vertical total.
Okay. For the menu, I saw that the multi-machine was left.
In the here in the model split, there is no. And the second one is multi-machine. And multi-machine it means if it's beyond like the AK2K, beyond the AK2K and beyond the 4K, and you want to do the like the AK4K or others is beyond this limit, you need to add another default to do the two default split. And in this time, you need to two default to set the parameters one by one, and this is the multi-machine.
Okay, how can I set the left part and the right part?
Yes.
For the left part, let's total 7,680 by 4,320.
Yes.
And first height, second height, I think it's right. Position, I think the left one was that 0. Okay,
Yes,
and
from the zero.
can I see the result?
Yes. So if it come on, it's left.
Okay, how can I do the right part?
And if you want to do the right part, you only need to change the position here.
To 4K, the right part also 3,840, right?
Yes.
Okay, can I see the result? Okay, so it's the right part, right?
Yes, it's the right part.
Okay, so use 2-piece default, I can splitting AK4K screen. Yes?
Yes, correct.
Okay, okay. And so use this function, I also can set the position to see the middle picture. To see the picture, the middle part, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think just use the X position to change setting to 1920. It's my idea. I'm not sure it's right or not.
Maybe change it.
Okay, so the number 1 is in the middle.
Yes.
Okay, looks very good. Looks very good. Okay, but I want to breathe in AK4K, but I also want to have more layers on the display. How can I do?
If you want to do the more layer in the AK4K, you need to add one default to do the presentation mode and do the layout and divide into two to make it to do the source, and you have the layout and then connect to before you will suppose it.
So totally I need to have a 3 default, right?
Yes, and if you want to.
Okay. Have a 3 default, 1 default for presentation mode for the more layer, and another 2 default behind this presentation default to splitting the display.
Yes.
AK4K.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Whoa, that looks amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Levy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So that's splitting mode. Okay.
Yeah, this is the splitting mode. Now back to the Eric.
Okay.
So we have other modes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for Levy's introduction and the operation. Now we will introduce the switch mode. If you are doing the render project, the switch mode will be familiar to you. Now let's back on the this forecast to explain the future for you. Let's check one of our successful cases. Take Olympic of the Bank Pekao conference. They have in this case, our customer they have a AK1K LED display to show the content. Customers also need a very higher image quality to show on the LED display. As we've introduced before, D4 can support the EDID features, and the EDID resolution can support up to AK1K. So on output, it also can support AK1K output. In this specific case, customer used one of our D4 to switch the input signal and use our RMS 1516 to do the monitor or preview the contents, precede the contents. Because our RMS 1560 can support the 4K signal and 4K contents input. Now let me explain how to operate it in detail. The 4K 2K switch on default, it will use the first HDMI 2.0 output as a preset function. The second HDMI 2.0 output will show the content. For example, now the HDMI 2.0 output show a fruit picture on left, and the preset show a sun seed picture on left. Now let's change it. You can see the change is fade in, fade out. Now the preset content have been sent into the program. And also now you can editing the new contents on the preset. For now we select different signals. Both of them use the seamless switch effect. Now let's back to Levi to show you the live demo.
Hi guys, Levi again. Levi always online. Now I will show you how to do the switch mode. And the same as before, menu, and turn the knob to select the system, and press and select the mode, and change it to the switch mode. In the switch mode, it can support the fade in and fade out, and the preview and output. As you see, this down display is for the preview, and this up display is for the background. And later, I will do the tape to make the program to do the fade in and fade out. And let me show you. Now I select the source one and press the take, and you can see the top. The program, it will show the fade in and fade out. Now I select the other source and take it to the output, take it to the program, and you see this is fading and fade out. Let me leave and fading and fade out. And let me show the input three, and outside state. And you can see the button input 3, you will become the red. Now I take, and also is fading and fade out, and change to the input 4. Input 4 is from the DVD input, and this is the video. But now this video has become very dark, going the see. Dark.
Yeah.
Yes, and become more light. Okay. Now I take it. You can see the 3, and this is fading and fade out. Yes, this is the switch mode.
Can you scale up?
Yes, and in the switch mode, also you can do the scale, and the scale you will effect to the preview first. And in the preview, maybe I change to the other source. You can see it's clear. And in the preview, change the size and change it to place, and change the position.
Save.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And here, and you can save it. This preview, you can take a lot of suppose, and you can save it in the present one. And save finish is the one source. And second, you can select other source, make it different, press the scale and change it to the other parameters. Change the position to here and save it to. And also, you can press the button to do the save. After save, it will flash, and this will change to the preset 2, and this save preset 2, and select the other source. The other source, like this source, and press the scale.
Full. Reset field. Full.
Here you can back to the normal and save it to the preset 3.
Yeah.
And press the button and wait a moment. And after it flash, it means it's successful. And then you can press the loud, same as I do in the presentation mode. And like loud step 1, and then no, now step 1 is same as the program. Now the step 2, press preset 2 and output, and select 1 and output. Also suppose fading and fade out, you can see, and select the 3 and then output.
3 again, please.
Yes, step
4.
2, take, and now the 1, take, and now the 3, take, and you can suppose the fading and fade out. You will make it smoothly, and also this source also supposed to the 4K 50 Hz. Okay, that's the switch mode, and back to Eric.
Okay. Now I will introduce the last features on default. I believe everyone must know this operations just now before I have introduced. And this is our successful case in SCO Summit 2018, China in Shanghai City. They have three LED displays, 2 LED displays with the same size and need to show the same content. The middle LED display just to show the things or the PPT content. So how to realize them? We use one HDMI 2.0 output for the middle, and the other HDMI 2.0 output for the left and the right. And also, we suggest a customer to select the optional DP 1.2 output because it's a backup function to show the same content. Now, maybe we'll show you how did it work in dual link. In dual model.
Hi guys, Davy, yes, Davy again. Now I will introduce the dual mode. First, then before menu, and you can do like me, menu system, and turn the knob, select the mode, and change it to the dual. Oh, here, and manage quit. Yes, after you in this mode, you can see this all four you will become the become light, different with the white color, like the green color and the red color. It means you plug in the input. The green color it means you plug in the input, and this flash and layer 2 flash it means you select the layer 2 and source is input 4. If you select the layer 1, you will change the input 3. Yes, you will complete one by one. And if you select the layer 1, change to the input 1, you will change. And layer 2, change to the other, you will change like this. And in this mode, is two outputs is can do the independent. These two output is independent, can do the different resolution like the VST 628 Pro, but VST 628 Pro only support 2K. For the default, it can support 4K custom resolution. Okay, and in here I can do the scale is first. Now it's layer 2. I press the scale, and like the VSP 628 Pro, it has two channels, channel 1 and channel 2 here, and the size is 4K 2K, and you can change it. And to scale it, and change the position, and like other functions. Yes, like this, and you can select the layer 1 and change to the other source. And to maybe to source 2, and more clear. And press the scale. After you change, it will change to the channel 1. And you change to the channel 1. Like the presentation mode. Presentation mode is 4 layers and this is 2 channels. Select this channel first and change it to other parameters. And move it. Also, you can change the mode. Move it like this.
Levy,
Yes.
as I know before that these two output is independent output, so do they can have different resolution? Like the output 1 is 4K, output 2 is 2K 1920.
Yes.
Okay, can you show me?
Yes. Like output 1 is 4K. Output 2 is
2K, yeah. So choose the output format.
Yes.
And channel 1 is 4K, right?
4K, and you can confirm. Now
Okay.
4K.
And channel 2?
Channel 2 also is 4K. You can change, press the knob to change.
2K.
Yeah, change it to 2K. And press.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can see the output one is 4K, output two is 2K, right?
Yes. You can see
Okay.
the blue. Yeah. It means the output resolution.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Levi.
Yeah. Thank you. And back to Eric.
Okay. Thank you for Levi's explainer introduction and hope it can help you. Now let's get into the Q&A section.
Do you have some question you can write down to the chat or just talking to us? Any questions? I have one question in the chat. The name, sorry, it's hard to pronounce. This sir asked, do we have a software to control the default?
Yes, of course. We have the software named Xpose that can support the default control.
Okay, so turn on the software, yeah?
Yes, now I turn on the software and share the screen.
Share the screen to you.
Now, first step is open the Xpose and enter the password. Password is ADMIN, default password, and start it. Okay, after started, you can see here. First, you need to select the device type to find the device here, and you need to connect the default. You need to find the device type here, select here, and now I use the USB port to connect. And also, you can select both are chosen, interstate ports and USB ports, serial ports all connect, and OK to confirm. And here also you can change the language here. Okay, in the in this topology, now let me show you, and choose the default for it, and after press line to sign it. Okay, and in the second step here, editor. Now we are in the standard mode, and also you can change mode to others in here. Okay, back to here. You can edit the layers here. And now you can see the screen. I can move the layers, and also I can scale. I can scale it. Also, I can move the layers, and scale it. And move and scale. And also, you can change the source to select the source is first, and double click the source you want to change. Now this is the 5 already. You can change it to the 6 or 7, or change it to the 1, then to the background, change to the 2, then to the layer 2, and change the 6, then is the input 3, and this is the software control.
Okay, thank you, Levi.
So, is there any question? More question about default or export to control the default? Is there any more question? So, if no question, then we continue.
Okay.
Okay.
For the default, if you have any other questions, you can just email to us ourselves or our engineer.
And for now, I will send feedback on the chat window and hope I can receive all of your feedback as our suggestion, because your feedback and suggestion is very helpful for our companies. We really hope I can offer you a more better webinars in next time. I will share the link for you. Now I will share it again. So please help us to give us your feedback. And also, our sales will contact you to send you our questionnaires that you can give us your suggestion.
And record link to you.
Okay. If you are interested in this webinar and want to review the content, review the information about the default, or to note how to use default, we will uploading the record of this webinar on those websites like Instagram, YouTube, and also if you're in China, we can update those records on WeChat. Our next webinar will talk about the broadcaster application at 10 p.m. 7th May, Chinese time.
Next Wednesday, the same time.
Now the presentation is finished. Hope I can see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.